So, welcome to the 31 Days of Halloween 3 challenge. This was supposed to be the day 13 entry on day 13, but Patrick's wedding happened, and the venue was a bit remote, and I was not able to get a video uploaded from the venue in time, just because of the lack of a network. So, some unforeseen circumstances caused me to have to drive back a little bit earlier than I normally would have from said location. So I'm back in the home studio here at 4:30 in the morning on the 14th. So it's got the spirit of a day 13 log still. So today will just be a double banger for posting. Once I get some sleep, I'll be putting both these up here. But I did technically leave my thoughts of for day 13 on Patrick's actual wedding video because he left his. It's the whole thing. There is a clip that will be released at some point, but not until after Patrick's return from his honeymoon and he's had a chance to review the footage, because it's definitely a little extra monologue I've added to the end of what normally would have been a completely benign wedding video. So that's my Halloween 13 contribution for day 13, because it is, or Halloween 3 contribution for day 13, because it's a special day. It's Patrick's wedding, and what I really wanted to highlight, like my observation today in my viewing, was like, is how the relationship between Dan Chalice and Ellie kind of just blossomed, even though they didn't really know each other. Obviously, there was a physical attraction, but, you know, Dan Chalice kind of didn't have, or at least what we know of Dan, was not the greatest relationships with, he's got Linda, always on his ass, ex-wife, and just dealing with that nonsense the entire movie. She doesn't want to hear his crap. She's so sick and tired of him and all of his excuses, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And then you have Ellie Grimbridge, who just kind of shows up out of nowhere because her dad ends up being killed by these, in the hospital, and accidentally kind of unfolds this conspiracy with Silver Shamrock. But, just it seems to be like one of those things where, not to be too corny with it, but maybe sometimes you find love in places you least expect it. Sometimes the people you need in your life are right around the corner. You don't have to look that hard for them. Things just kind of happen. The universe just makes things happen. Whatever you want to believe. So I always thought that was kind of a nice, maybe serendipitous part of the movie where, obviously it was written that way, but it was like, it was kind of nice for a guy like Dan and a gal like Ellie ended up having at least a few moments of happiness together before it all goes south again, because they both seem to be individuals who did not have the greatest of personal lives before the events of said movie, and honestly, they didn't have the greatest of lives after the events of said movie. Once you watch it and understand, so it was kind of nice. It was like the one bright spot in really a universe of darkness that is Halloween 3, and everything that the plots therein set into motion. So that was my day 13 thoughts. I kind of had it. That was I made a more specific case for Patrick and his wedding and his relationship. It was like, you all like Ellie and Dan, but you're gonna end up happy together. But that'll make the special reserve select cut of the 31 Days of Halloween 3 challenge once he's had a chance to review the footage and find that little hidden clip at the end. But I had to put that in there so that there would be something true to my 31 days challenge, where I actually recorded it on the day. So that was my my statement of truth, my honor card being marked that I actually recorded a video, even if it didn't get published until well after the date. But this is my makeup note where I'm recording at 4:30 in the morning after getting home and making a somewhat duplicate video of my thoughts, but not nearly as well laid out as my prior thoughts on it, now that I've had quite a bit of time to drink and worry about other things. My short-term memory has failed me in that regard. But that was the gist of it. L.E., Dan, Patrick, Amanda, loose connection, love. Hopefully their relationship lasts much longer than the events of the movie and how Halloween 3, but, you know, you got to enjoy while you have it. So that's the life lesson. And these are my day 13 thoughts that have been posted on day 14. And I'm Shelby. Thanks for tuning in.